Over the previous 3 videos, I've shared just one of the tools I use with clients to help them redesign their businesses and create explosive revenue growth. The Quiet Power Strategy business design system incorporates a dozen more tools that help business owners redesign their businesses to make massively more money. Now, while I can't show you all those tools today, I can give you the path we take business owners through so that you can start guiding yourself down along that journey today. Look, there are 2 big reasons I'm so passionate about this aspect of business strategy, breaking through the inevitable earning plateau. The first is, unless you learn how to break through the earning plateau now and in the future, you won't be living up to your full potential as a new economic powerhouse. And I want that for you and for us more than anything. The second reason is that I've been there. Now, I can remember distinctly sitting in my apartment wondering why? If I'm doing all the same things, working hard, doing what's always worked, why can't I get ahead? Don't get me wrong, I was paying the bills and doing great work with clients, but I was hungry for more. My business worked, but it didn't work the way I wanted it to work. I was frustrated and confused, much like you might be right now when you think about your business. Instead of searching for a magic bullet or a new and trendy marketing strategy, I decided to go deep. I searched out the best thinking of Silicon Valley, Main Street, and the world of digital marketing. I was constantly on the lookout for the evidence of why one business would skyrocket to success and another would peter out. And that's when I started redesigning my own business. That's when I created a plan to engineer explosive growth into my revenue generation again. And I've been doing it ever since, anytime I feel business start to slow down or flatline. This is what I love, and I'd love to help you love it too. Here's what I discovered. There are 6 key components of the business design process, and we walk through all 6 of them in the Quiet Power Strategy Virtual Planning Retreat. First, choose your growth path and set your strategy. I've identified 8 growth paths that all successful small businesses use to focus their actions and identify priorities. You choose the growth path that's right for you and in alignment with your values and strengths. It's not a recipe or a formula, but it is a framework and a North Star to guide your actions and planning. You also set your overall business strategy based on what you want to create, who you want to create for, how you want to connect with people, and how you want them to respond to your business. Second, listen to your customers and analyze how you can best serve them. All business growth starts with a careful examination of the people that really make a business tick. It's customers. By taking a look at real people instead of ideal client profiles or avatars, you can make smarter decisions about the future of your business. Third, build offers that work together to maximize revenue growth. The next step is getting clear on what you need to offer and when to guide your customers on the journey they're already on. You use your growth path to get creative about what to offer and break out of the rut that's put you in the earning plateau. You carefully examine your goals, your capacity, and your customers to ensure your offers work together to create explosive business growth. Fourth, market your offers with content to prepare prospects to buy. You determine what marketing content you need to educate your potential customers and move them closer to being ready to buy. You utilize smart ways to amplify your content and make sure it gets into as many of the right hands as possible. Fifth, sell your offers with a system you can be confident in. You build a system that engages potential customers, earns their trust, shows them what's possible when they work with you, and then asks for the sale. Over time, you optimize it so that every time you utilize the system, you know it will produce results for you. And finally, plan for growth and big goals while anticipating contingencies. You focus your actions on one main goal, your chief initiative. You create an integrated action plan that incorporates the projects and actions that will all need to be accomplished that make that goal a reality. You plan for contingencies so you aren't caught off guard and your plans can't be interrupted. What does this look like in action? Well, Jessica Abel, an illustrator, cartoonist, and author, had been self-employed for 17 years when she created her Quiet Power Strategy. She decided that she was tired of hustling for every dollar she made and wanted to look at her work, finally, as a business. She said she was managing to get by, but she never looked ahead, never looked to see if she was on a path to her idea of success. From all outward measures, including a big stack of published books, Jessica was successful. But she told me, we got by. We did fine, but just basically by stacking more and more and more low-paid jobs into the same number of hours. I've gotten hyper efficient. I'm very, very efficient, but I'm also super overworked. So Jessica listened to her audience. She put aside her own personal bias of what she wanted to help them with, what she thought they wanted help with, and looked at what they were actually doing and saying to her. She created the Creative Focus Workshop. She's already successfully sold it 3 times and has a proven sales process that puts money in her pocket when she wants it. Part of that sales process was even a blog post, a direct result of her new way of listening to customers and thinking about what they need, that went viral and received tens of thousands of views. Jessica went from an overworked freelancer to a thriving business owner with just one beautifully executed system. Then there was Kathleen Shannon and Emily Thompson from Being Boss. They came to the Quiet Power Strategy system because their new business had been fueled by organic growth, but had started to plateau. They wanted to create a plan for strategic growth without sacrificing the authenticity and genuine connection that had gotten them to where they were. I asked them about their business model, their system for creating value and making money, and they admitted they didn't have one. They had an extremely well-received podcast, sponsors that paid them top dollar, and a fabulous reputation. But aside from that, they had random offers that weren't working together to make them more money. They were piecemealing their revenue instead of predictably earning it day in and day out. I challenged them to rethink the way they were approaching their offers. Instead of looking to make $20,000 or $40,000 at a time, I asked them to imagine an offer that would generate at least $200,000 over a year. We identified that their growth path was community, and I asked them to double down on that, using that path to generate explosive revenue growth. The result was an offer that generated over $100,000 in revenue during its first launch, and a bevy of customers who are absolutely thrilled at the opportunity to work with them in a new capacity. So you can see that whether you're a reluctant business owner who's been, delivering services or freelancing for years, or whether you've started something hot, new, and all the rage, your business can plateau. And you can see that there are simple, replicable ways of busting out of that plateau and putting your business on an explosive growth trajectory again. The Quiet Power Strategy business design system is the way I guide people to do just that. Thanks to this work and the system I've created, I'm now an expert and thought leader who's been featured in major media like Fast Company, Forbes, Inc., and the Huffington Post. I'm a best-selling business instructor on Creative Live. I'm a sought-after speaker and educator. Now, I'm not sure why you signed up for this Revenue Catalyst training. Maybe it's because you've got something that's working, but it could be working harder. Maybe it's because you're spending too much time on your business for the amount of money that you're making. Maybe it's because you're wanting to grow your team or retire your husband or wife and bring them on board, and more revenue would help you do that. Maybe it's because you want to put your great ideas into more people's hands. Maybe it's because you want to see more results from the work you're already doing. Maybe you're like Jessica. You're an overworked freelancer, designer, or coach who wants to make a more proactive approach to your business work. Or maybe you're like Kathleen and Emily and you want to accelerate the growth of your business beyond what you've been able to accomplish already. Business design is the difference between slogging along with trial and error and quickly making a big difference in the way you woo customers, offer your products or service, and profit from your ideas. With the Quiet Power Strategy system, I'll guide you through this process, and together we'll redesign your business to reach your big goals. We just might set an even bigger goal while we're doing it. Now, I've helped thousands of entrepreneurs grow their businesses through my blog, my podcast, membership community, coaching programs, and video training on Creative Live. But now, you have the opportunity to join me and just 23 other business owners as we work together over 2 days. We're enrolling for our next virtual planning retreat right now. Here's what happens when you enroll. You'll have greater confidence in your ability to set and exceed your goals. You'll have renewed motivation and love for your business, even if it's been challenging or disappointing to this point. You'll have a clear, concrete action plan that takes into account all the contingencies that have derailed your progress till now. You'll have a system for making money that's based on your unique qualities and your customers' unique needs, not some cookie cutter formula. You'll have a community of support so that you never feel alone again when it comes to your business. You'll have continued access to me and my team so you can continue tweaking and optimizing your plan. Well, if this Revenue Catalyst video series has helped you identify the pitfalls and opportunities of your current business design, but you'd love hands-on support as you navigate the rest of the process, I want you to join me for the next Quiet Power Strategy Virtual Planning Retreat. Click the button below to apply, or click the link below the button to get even more information on this unique opportunity. Thanks so much for joining Revenue Catalyst and learning how to bust out of your earning plateau. Whether I see you on the next Quiet Power Strategy Virtual Planning Retreat or not, it's been my pleasure.